They threw it from spawn, they missed it.
But this is fine. This is a little like... Well, hang on. Bomb's coming back now that they've got all this room. Okay, no, this actually is kind of awkward, kind of weird. Wicadia is stuck fighting here. Has tapped Flit out of the round. But if he falls, that bomb doesn't have the safety to rotate into. And so instead, it's like they're taking the site again for the first time. Calyx will add one to the tally, a 2v2. Damage done the way of VP. This looks like a good spot for Eternal Fire. But they lose woxic, and now it is just left to one man. Tap on the bomb again, but no peek, no fight given. Calyx has got to tap once more. That throws them out into the open, but he's not going to get any more fights now, and he's walked right past Norbert. So a done deal on the pistol. It's VP to pick it up.
Sick play for Norbert to actually get behind boxes with a talent who has potential, has great aim, but difficult to work with perhaps. And then it doesn't work, so they go the opposite route. They get a veteran who, you know, is trying to rewrite his story, so to say. And I think that's an interesting change for VP. A lot of work for James to acclimatize a new player to the system. But yeah, other than a few little mistakes in game for Mir, I think individually he's looked red hot.
It's also a really great appeal in terms of aggression that VP is adding to the tally with the likes of Mir, because now you have Flit and Mir who love to fight. They'll always be at the tip of the spear. You can always send them, and then you have other players who are more reactive. And I think this is why the recipe could work, and now we have to see how they can handle that. James Moore can handle with the MP9. He's spot a couple of players, but the rotations are yet to come.
Buying every second he can. He's got a smoke dropped back over and a re-molly for Gap. They climb up. 40 seconds and good utility for VP. They can really stall this one out. Molly has to come first. They don't want them to commit with those smokes, but they will on the ramp side. Missed shot for Flit, and James gets hung out to dry as a result. That goes about as bad as it could have for VP, considering they had a good amount of utility. Molly, both of them fail on the smoke, and VP save. Expecting the AWP up close, perhaps. James will now take that position. He knows it's being cleared in Eternal Fire's mind, and so he looks for a new angle, a new fight. And his whole team are here as well. 3 players, a 4th moving over. VP with the right read, playing for a round now.
And they're playing ahead of where this, you know, would-be smoke exec would look to cut off, and that's a real difference here. In the last few, VP have given a fair amount of respect to this smoke exec over towards A. They don't feel compelled to do that in the 5v4. Already you've got Mir up over the boxes, James on this close angle. Wicadia takes out his teammate and one of the VP guys. The kills go either which way, but XANTARES on the smoke push brings it down to a 1v2. Tagged crossing. Flit coming in on a backstab here. This is a very crazy reposition for a guy that was last spotted fighting you from short. The last thing you expect is him coming up through the back line.
Let's see. Oh, AWP fires off on the jump spot.
Honestly, I think if you're woxic, you're glad you got to shoot the gun at this point. Like, that's kind of the game that you're having. Come on, woxic, let's go. It was never going to be easy. VP are the most annoying team in the world to try and AWP against, I swear. Even now, as he walks up ramp. Guy scoped in like a cyclops.
And he's dead.
Wicadia's been spammed.
Oh, nice. Boost. Throwing everything at ramp right now. Molly, nade.
The counter timing on the boost is a good one. I don't think they're going to be careful to that. I would be surprised to see if they grab an easy kill. Oh. No, they're not looking at it. They're not looking at it.
They're all dead. Oh, what a check.
Wicadia. He gets his revenge. They spammed him down to 22, but they didn't finish the job. And so he's allowed to double up, as he will have his revenge. A tag from woxic, and honestly that tag I think has just won them the round if the 5v3 didn't already. The fact that James is wounded, now you do go save that AWP.
If I had to pick the round winner, it would be the double entry for me. It would be decent even. Oh, that's a kill? No, XANTARES doesn't catch it.
Yeah, Fit has been caught off guard a couple times. XANTARES is going to let his aim do the talking here. He's been completely undetected. Look at Fit's crosser position. XANTARES has now entered the matrix.
Yeah.
He's in the upside down, and no one is aware. And as he goes, that's the first kill. Can he add another one to the tally? That's nowhere down, and just like that, the A defense falls, but James is still here, because as long as he's not in the feed, he's still alive, and he's shining in the gap. Can he get another one? He's being aggressive. That's a first sight. And obviously out of his comfort zone. A little bit of it.
It was a nice try, but that's all it will be. Will they answer?
What a nightmare of a game for woxic as well. We haven't exactly seen him miss too many shots, but I feel like his positioning, the spacing he's gotten in some of these moves on sides, he was just never in the position. He had one clutch when he was in the, what's it called? Here, the position, box position to the left, where he could have had an impact, got flashed off the angle. Other than that, he's been just kind of merely following the rhythm, being traded here and there. Nightmarish of a situation.
They're splitting, but now they're grouping at 20 seconds. Smoke will get plant. I mean, this is a retake again here for VP, unless Flit wants to jump through the smoke. I don't think Jane will allow it, and the molly may deny it completely, so Flit's cut off. Good
got
grenade.
The nade at least, right? But it's not going to be a kill, just bringing woxic down even lower.
I can't believe woxic is going to kill everybody in this clutch and end up his half.
I mean, he has to. He has to. This is what woxic was made for. This round right now. And he's all that stands, because Calyx going to get caught by a rush.
Oh, God. Oh, dear. woxic, high sensitivity. That's one thing he's got going for him here. One kill found. Quick pivot back round, but isn't ready for a second out through short. And so Norbert, goated, for real, for real. 10 on the board.
Oh, what numbers?
From 1 to 6.
Is 6 good?
The 6 is the best.
Okay, what did you get?
When? In life?
Yeah. I
did have 5.5 in my master.
Oh, we're talking about 5.5 out here. Well, Calyx, he got a 1 for that one. It's XANTARES with maybe a 2, but only taking a single kill, and the Glocks just spam smokes and spam skulls as VP probably find this pistol. Fake out, just in case. Can never be too safe. And over the top goes Major, but alas.
Oh, maybe Wicadia. But he can't control the dual Berettas.
Was that Norbert shouting?
What is that?
Respect.
Oh, is that the spin of the story?
Unbelievable.
The one
the goal on this guy.
You're making fun of this man.
He gets a 5.5.
I'm trying to help him out.
I don't believe it. XANTARES are dead.
That's the scariest jump check ever. Like,
oh,
yep,
dear.
they're wrapped, they're wrapped, they're wrapped. But him and Wicadia are fighting. The XANTARES strikes back. And a 5v4 now dawns. Eternal Fire. Control ramp early on.
Return of the Flit as he goes back to spawn. Oh, nice shot. Oh, Norbert.
Easy for my goat.
Yeah. Zywoo could never.
I won't.
Oh, but he's just got that. Oh, they don't even know how to boost. Come on, boys. They're boosting on the wrong side.
Hang on, they're still
They boosted on the wrong side.
They're pulling through. 4 on 3. They might be able to make it work. Unless Fade. Oh,
what are you
buddy.
doing,
Pulling the bomb. Smoke down.
Oh,
Norbert
he's
can't
back.
do it all as woxic puts on a show.
Yeah.
And now it's just me. 1v3. And that's where it'll end. All right, so a bit of a grouping over towards ramp, a push down the B stairs for Eternal Fire on Calyx, and now they free up an extra player to go and take mid, be ready for this A rotate.
And this is what woxic couldn't do. woxic couldn't find any opening with the AWP. He put his hand on it a couple times. Jim is now attempting his luck, see if anybody is being really curious on the Turkish side. It's not the case quite yet. 55 seconds on the clock when VP is finally accessing the A round, so the job has been relatively well done by EF, but they just have 2 smokes to finish the round. That's not the most exotic utility for the CT side.
Mollied out as well. Going to delay them doing their lineup. They have 1 smoke to execute from that sandbag. Flit just left away. Good timing, but you got to run. You got to drop quickly because those wallbangs will come in, and the short split will too. XANTARES still deals with it well as Mir attempts that frag. Fame gets spammed. There's a lot of CTs here. In fact, all of them. They've again got them trapped. Calyx is on the big flank right now. woxic waiting for a cross shot. And there's the MP9 whiffing the shot. 10 seconds. VP are going to die after the clock, probably. They have nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. James trying to run, and they will not let him. What on earth was that? Flit's waiting for over-aggressive move. He knows Wicadia repositioned. Orbs are holding off. woxic hits a big one. Flit doesn't want to tick in the Molotov. Trap between 2. They smoke it as well. Flit with a chance under the smoke. Oh, he saw something there. Not enough for a kill. Wicadia not overstepping, goes back. 21 kills to the young man's name. VP forced into a B execute, but it's too strong. Calyx and Major.
Yeah, that's a good read from Measure. That's a very good read right there. He's going to probably try to take as much attention from Calyx as possible. Calyx has one smoke, so if he gets mollied, he's going to have to put it down immediately.
Oh, both the mollies rain out over these defenders. Calyx back at the site, can't get anything done through the smoke, and so it's clean openers for Fame and Flit. Fame's looking for even more. A third in the round. It leaves it all on woxic. 1v3 as he moves in with the AWP. Might get offered a fight over here onto the back of quad. Whether or not he's ready for it, that's a different matter. Not even considering it right now is woxic, and so he should just be a dead man. Eternal Fire having to keep this double hold over towards B for now.
They cannot abandon it. They cannot abandon the B side anymore. Noise has been made from VP, and now they're slowly taking the A side map control. The smoke is going to fade, and then Hugo, VP have no choice but to back out, or EF rather have no choice but to back out. The real estate's been granted almost for free.
Might see a VPS ground with a bit of a save here. Unless Wicadia can have a big moment, the round rests solely on the 18-year-old shoulders. And with XANTARES by his side, at least he's well defended. He's got blocking utility for sure. That's always a problem. Taking a ramp exec without short control, you're going to be pretty constricted on VP. 40 seconds. The read is right for Eternal Fire. The boost comes up, but no one is in within view. Oh, Fame heard something. Maybe they spam. He heard something, all right. Eternal Fire back out. 30 seconds. Norbert gets a pick meanwhile, and they are ready to go. Is that on a flank?
That's the flank.
Is.
That's the
he
flank.
can run back now just to fake it, but they will commit forward. 20 seconds. They've got the space. They should have the plant.
Eternal Fire praying that this spam from XANTARES could have been their way back in. And with that not coming through, with these looming economic problems, it might have to just be the save for Eternal Fire.
VP already have used a bunch of util in that first wave that didn't end up being committed to a round. So you have to hope that your very forward position, Mir, can find a kill after the activation from Flip. He finds Calyx and he stays alive. That's all he's got to do, because this very likely buys time for Mir. woxic is not ready. The cross replacement is onto Norbert, but Mir is still undetected. When is the time he gets too curious? It looks like it's about to be now. Close quarter fight coming in.
No idea.
How is Mir not getting a kill?
He has. He's got one, and it might just be the end of the round, end of the map, end of woxic in the 1v2 on the site. He hits another 3 kills for the Turkish orb. And now a 1v1 via the captain, via the Time Lord, via the accountant.
He saw him.
James cashing checks again.
He knows.
And breaking necks as he finds 16 rounds for Virtus Pro. You cannot get comfortable against this team, and the orb steps up in the clutch. Baiting a smoke out. There's a flash. It's a 4A. We've seen a lot of 4As on these pistols.
Yeah, but they've equipped XANTARES. He has a Kevlar, he had a smoke, and a dual barrel.
How many? How many?
How many what?
For XANTARES, how many?
The money?
How many kills?
3.
3.
3?
3.
Go on,
for XANTARES. Here it is.
Hit him up.
One.
It's
That's one.
It's one.
And I'm
it's one. It's just one.
Just the one. But retakeable.
Exactly. I was about to say the exact same thing, Hugo. A 4v3 now as Eternal Fire move up through Banana. And they've got one man all the way around the world through CT spawn in Major. Fame's keeping an eye on this, but even that's not enough to hold him back. And so now the retake is underway on the back of that flash out from the spawn. James and Norbert left up in this one, and it's Goat Norbert, 2 off the dualies. And a third. Norbert lights them up.
Don't want to go too soon, Harry. They're waiting.
No, I mean, half the fun is in the wait, right?
Yeah.
So here it is, VP. They've done the exciting bit. Now for the big finish. Through the smoke they go. XANTARES makes a play of his own. XANTARES and Major. Well, we were asking, you know, where's this XANTARES rifle presence been? There it is, stepping up in a big way. Now Mir could still bail them out. Wicadia has given over a kill. This bomb is rotating in with a few seconds left.
Have to cut him.
But they double swing. Mir reads it well. The AWP is posted, but the bomb makes it across. And so James, 1v3, AWP bearing down upon him. And a fast top mid flank. James should be a dead man. And woxic will make it happen. It's 4 from the duo of woxic and XANTARES.
Ooh, that's a great peek for James. woxic doesn't really react, expecting a wider angle. Harry cracks open a smooth monster energy. Hashtag ad.
Hashtag ad.
Hashtag shill.
Damn, that's good.
Damn, that's delicious and fruity. And giving VP just the energy they need with a 5-on-4. Eternal Fire split 2-2. VP going to shimmy their way into the site. They lose the lurk. They see the molly. It comes down. They must go through. Flit against the boost, and Wicadia takes him. This is a recovery right now for Eternal Fire. In a 4v5, now favored.
It's a good grenade. That's going to do a lot of damage onto James planting the bomb. Minus 47 HP. Major attempting to dish out a little bit more damage with the MP9, but they'll have to settle for a little bit of patience. There's no smoke to play with for Eternal Fire, so Harry's going to be only on flashes and good old team play.
Yeah, they've got to trade favorably here. VP have had a good bit of time to get ready, to get situated. 2 players in at the back of the site. You've got to deal with this cleanly and be ready for Norbert in this post plant with the first shot from James missing. He tucks in and Fame holds the line. Eternal Fire are rapidly running out of time and it only gets worse. Not a single trade comes through.
And then he has to play the game of, do I take a risk, do I not? He plays backward, he uses his own smoke, which means by 27 seconds or 26 seconds, he's going to be alone and smokeless. Oh, that's a gap.
Alone and smokeless does not sound like a fun night for Major. VP are going to break in. This bomb's going A into the stack. Keep in mind, this is all a bit of a ruse. They're going to go for a 20-second fake pop. Major's walking inside of the smoke at B. Oh, that's not worth it.
That's done.
XANTARES does kill the player on the other side of the map, but VP are going, and there is no one to stop them.
XANTARES crosses fingers, closes eyes, hold mouse 1, and only 1 bullet connects.
The round's
Would have
over.
needed a lot more.
Do they go for this? Oh, now they will.
There we go. Second time's the charm for XANTARES, and this time he finds something through that smoke.
We need Jammy Jame on the big green here, Harry. He's got to find something.
Jammy Jame in the backside. But we've seen him rob rounds from the back of Inferno. We've seen him withstand far bigger challenges here. 3 players coming his way. James dancing around the pillar. It's not going to be easy, and that missed shot will put a stop to his clutch attempt. Eternal Fire do a great job.
Wow. That's how you do it.
That's beautiful.
You program yourself to play with less time, so that whenever you actually play an official, you have 20 seconds more. Like, it's luxurious.
That is the Schrodinger's cat. Wait, no.
No, it's not.
What am I saying? What's the other one? The guy with the dog.
Pavlov's
dog.
Exactly. That's Pavlov.
What am I saying? That's the Schrodinger's dog.
It's Dr. Seuss's dog, definitely.
Yeah. Dr. Seuss's pet parrot. Major sings something pretty on B. Through the smoke, he keeps playing that gap. They're going to pop through. Flit needs to clear oranges. XANTARES, he's had his vitamins, but Flit sends him to bed. He looks for more. Through the smoke, it's close. Oh my god, Major goes through. That's
unnecessary.
Yeah. It might cost him. Good nade. Norbert lives on 3.
But the goat is put down, out of his misery now, into the 2v2.
It's down to the sheep.
Flit and James back at the site. Actually, that's a lie. James pushed up over towards the coffins.
Double volley.
Flit tucked in. Util rains over. That's going to force swings out.
Missed it.
Yeah, this one doesn't land back at New Box, and so Calyx can't really get a way in here. They are going to swing him and give him some fights on the close. He gets a dink down range, but... Well, maybe this can be petit pois round.
Petit pois?
Yeah, is that a little P?
It is.
Hey, there you go.
Petit pois?
Yeah.
That one caught me off guard. Out of all of the words. Out of all of the words.
All I know is how to say little P.
You went for petit pois.
Yeah.
Like your parents trying to have you eat that. It's all in French. It would be interesting to you.
Exactly, yeah.
They tricked you.
Oh, he's going through. No, he's not. Yeah, he is. Oh, yeah, he is. Going through. Wicadia has had enough of sitting around and playing on James' time. He'll catch me running back B. That's such information for Eternal Fire, forcing the hand of VP now.
VP's normal bag of tricks isn't working super well here. Eternal Fire keep uprooting it, and now VP even kind of looked like they were considering changing their mind here. They're still doting on that fact a little longer. And with XANTARES and Wicadia both getting a kill apiece, it's left to James, and I have a feeling I know what his game plan is here.
But VP aren't in a hurry. They will still walk into a stack. Eternal Fire, their best bet at the end of this one. Missed shot for woxic, disastrous as the wrap comes in.
Wicadia is down in the pit still, and with 20 seconds left, 1 kill in the right place would be enough to steal this round away and win out the half for Eternal Fire. First kill comes his way. It's Fame offered up into the crosshair. This crossfire still established between Sight and the pit.
Bomb.
And
4,
there's about to be no time. They're getting it down with seconds to spare.
No way!
The plant comes in for James, but now he's got to deliver in the clutch, and he can't. Calyx locks him out of it. And so even though that plant comes in with milliseconds remaining, the round ends even faster with Eternal Fire winning out this first half.
Waiting for check-in at the airport, and there's 300 people in front of you with 3 luggages.
Oh no, now that's very
It's
relatable.
real bad.
Oh god. And there's only one desk open. Oh dear. Mir and Fame, well actually just Fame, and now Flip will secure the opening couple of kills. And for Eternal Fire, their time in the meat grinder was not fun, but the meat was ground.
That it was. And at that point, you might as well just wait. It's not that fun to do. You just have to wait around. You have to hope the CTs will regather control of the rest of the map as they should be doing. We've seen Flit kind of test the water to a spawn. He goes back to B, and VP elect to play the A side very passively. In fact, you could argue there is a bomb plant on the card. Of course, they, as Calyx and Major, are not aware of the map control that's being relinquished to them. But it could actually get away with a bomb plant, which, all things considered, wouldn't be that bad.
A lot of room,
Here it
but
comes.
for how long? Will James close the net? Oh, bomb crossing in, gives it a fight, James.
And that bomb.
He's going to run them down, but they don't even realize Mir's also here, and plant allowed. That's something, but it's nothing more for Eternal Fire versus Protect Pistol. Back to the bait and switch. James caught with spam. They might go through, but that's where the switch comes in. Flicked for Mir, and he takes a double. Eternal Fire have done pretty well to trade this out. They've left a solo man on the A side. Norbert in the pit. They've got the info as well. They might just try and hunt him. Now they've got him trapped. Smoke gives him a one-way. Up and over he goes. The bomb very late, but the site gets taken temporarily before Norbert spams Calyx out. 2-on-3. Library spot for woxic. He's just trying to get comfortable. This round is anything but. The bomb might get cut off. XANTARES needs to just send it into the site. 18 seconds. He will cross in. Mini pit reposition for Norbert. XANTARES is really looking for this kill. He can't get comfortable. He can't pick a plant spot. He needs to decide now, and the time is already expired. They are chasing him down. XANTARES looking lost. You don't take nearly any damage. Mir gets out with like 20 damage off that volley rush, so sick play to see him attempt that. Does also find an opener onto Wicadia this round as well. VP is just coming up with all these entry kills on CT side, but there's a response. Flip flashed in, he hits a flick. That's splendid indeed, as we're left to a 3-on-4. Eternal Fire just have to brute force, but the impenetrable wall, the immovable object, the unstoppable force of Norbert waits in the pit.
This whole round gets really awkward now that they've lost XANTARES at Banana, because Eternal Fire know that VP might know it's the A play now, and they don't have the time or the manpower to go back and regain that control. So their hands are kind of tied here into committing with the A play.
Oh, that's a shot.
Could change it.
Bomb seen A though. Major's still going to fake this out on the B side.
I think that's a gut feeling. They're rotating. That's a gut feeling from Major.
Oh,
Calyx can still get kills on Lurk as well. Wait, bomb's coming A, 15 seconds. He hears rotates. It's still the man in middle. One. Calyx gets another, but back in boiler is Mir. He dies. But VP just running out of steam right now. A couple of rounds in a row.
Ouch.
With a low econ as well. Flit does take the gun. Fame eats
joy,
nades.
another nade.
And
this one goes deep at least.
B executes. Very clear now. VP know it's coming. We need a multi-kill.
Yeah, but they've got 3 here, including one up on the boost already. Oh god, coming through the smoke. Knocked out by Fame as the first man, but he won't fall. Yeah, up on this boost.
Oh dear.
Alongside Flit, they farm Eternal Fire. And so now just woxic, and he is dead as hell, man.
Prawns. Prawns.
Well, I'm gonna have to use the smoke here. They'll contest immediately, and that's a call out and a half from VP. They They haven't even had full banana control, but they just assume they're not going to be challenged on it. So they just leave Fame and the smoke with 1 minute 20. It's been called out. The bluff has been called out immediately by Eternal Fire. And I don't see a world in which Fame knows how close they are and he's going to get called out of position. And from this moment on, do you actually go for this?
Oh, the util. That smoke ain't fooling anyone, Chief. That was way too late. And VP, 5-on-5 retake. They're still in pit. They're still in
ain't happening, son.
It ain't happening. You're damn right. I can't believe Eternal Fire have the balls to go back for the third BX sec in a row. Taking Banana back this efficiently.
Oh, no, wait.
But not convinced. Maybe they should be. Jump spots are seeing nothing. Flick, get out of there. Eternal Fire picking up the pace.
Yeah, here's the push. They're already in, already up 3 short and in the sight, overrunning it. 1 from James Orb. He's often been good at playing around these moto smokes. Wicadia will get found, and Mir plays out late from the pit. woxic and Calyx, couple of kills back the other way to hold on here. Eternal Fire need this to work, and they will find Flit as he makes a play through the moto smoke. Now, Fame is deeper up short than Eternal Fire are ready for. woxic is holding this angle, but he's not holding the hay bales. He's not holding over the top. Fame knocks out the planter, and now woxic's got to win this in a straight-up gunfight. Doesn't have the health. Fame's got the smoke down. He just tucks himself in and bides his time. woxic is the one under all the pressure. He missed the bomb. He missed it. He doesn't have time anymore.
No! Put that thing back where it came from. Also help me. James goes moto side. More comfortable here. Loads of room to breathe. Eternal Fire.
Oh my god, this might
comes
be
the
it.
exact
Tighten the chokehold. Minute on the clock. They're sending it.
Big pit hold needed for Norbert.
Classic.
Stranger things are
does it
happening
again.
here, though.
Yeah,
it's
look at
all
him
gone
go.
upside down. James
And he does it again!
smoke, and he's going to get away with it. Norbert down in pit, pulling Billy. This guy's the go as he pops off.
To the half wall. I think XANTARES might be primed for some kills here. Oh, that's a great flash. He still sprays, though. James catching him on the jump.
Uh-oh.
Cheeky XANTARES. What do you think was going to happen there? 4-on-4, and they might just up the ante again, knowing there's 2 more players on B, but they are both rotating, and these smokes, these nades, they're all going to come at a cost. Damage done, Major hits the gap, James shuts it out, and now Eternal Fire walk into their doom, their demise, and maybe into the last chance bracket. Wicadia tries to bail them out, the AWP gets put very low, Fame running around with a pistol. What's going on?
Norbert's still down in the pit. Norbert is playing a whole different game right now.
Hide and seek, whack-a-mole.
Norbert waiting patiently at that. woxic's landed a couple of tags in this as well, even tagging Norbert down in pit on the spam. But it might all be in vain. They will clear Norbert. Norb dead. And a 2v3. As the bomb makes it across, Eternal Fire have at least got the plant here, and VP.
No way.
They
wait a minute.
get given the kill that maybe entices them back in. They were going to save, and they're still going to save.
Really?
One of the issues that I have currently for Eternal Fire is the lack of flashes. There's only 2 flashes left, so once they decide to execute, they have 3 smokes to play with, but there's not going to be a whole lot of flashes. I'm scared James is going to get 3 kills. That's a good little jiggle dolphin peek right there.
The fact that he doesn't even flinch either. He just keeps holding the same line. He feels like they were trying to throw his crosshair
I
off.
have only 1 flash.
1 flash. 1 chance. 1 smoke down in the pit for Norbert.
That's all he needs.
And a big play up the short side. Mir, 1 and done. That's it for him. But Norbert holds the line. Norbert will provide. Eternal Fire going to get the bomb down, sure, but a man down in the post plant. No crossfires either. They've got a brawl. And Norbert puts another one up. woxic on the receiving end of that. Major tall order here as he's out on an island over at long. It's just XANTARES. 1v3 required. Got to stand tall if there ever was a time for XANTARES. 1 still to find, and Fame locks him out of the clutch.